Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth.
Today's game is Borderlands 2, one of the biggest sequels in history. Borderlands 2 aims to improve on literally every aspect from its predecessor. Did it succeed, and more importantly, does it hold up? Let's find out. Borderlands 2 came out 3 years after Borderlands 1, and promised to basically do everything the game did well and amp it up. And spoiler alert, it pretty much delivered. The story's a much bigger driving point this time around. Pandora is under siege by the Hyperion Corporation led by its CEO, Handsome Jack, who's determined to not only steal its vault, but purge the land of those he deems menaces to society, which includes all the vault hunters, which is you. After he fails to kill you, you team up with the cast from the original game to both try and get the vault before Jack and find some way to defeat him. Replaying Borderlands 2 over 10 years later, I was surprised at how solid most of the writing was. While there's definitely a lot of stupid jokes, the game goes out of its way to have strong characters with interesting motives and some surprisingly dramatic moments that actually land. It's a rare comedy game where I actually kinda got invested. Gameplay-wise, this is functionally identical to its predecessor, but improved in nearly every possible way. First is the new characters, 6 with DLC, which all have more interesting skill trees and stronger synergies and builds. Additionally, weapons have been massively tweaked. You have much more interesting states and effects, and this is further emphasized by leaning into each brand having very specific quirks. In addition to leveling, you also gain Badass rank, which is just designed to fuel addiction. It's a rank shared across all characters in your profile, where doing basically anything ups your Badass rank and raises it up and you earn a token for a small stat boost. It makes for some addicting micro progression. Guns feel better overall, making the shooting feel considerably more solid, and the game has clearly tweaked its movement and hit reactions to make the whole thing feel better and more punchy. They also added slag as a new element, which is cool because you can break the game with it, but isn't necessarily fun to play. The game has also way more diverse environments than the first. In 2, you'll start in a frozen tundra, visit green fields, robot factories, caustic caverns, and more. I could probably say more, but that's really Borderlands 2. It takes the template of the first game and builds off it to try to make the best looter shooter ever. So what did I like when I replayed Borderlands 2? Well, the gameplay and loot here have been so significantly improved, it's hard to overstate it, with weapons having tons more unique abilities based off their brand, gear generally being more interesting and synergistic, and the shooting feeling way smoother. On that same note, the game feeds into the addicting loot loop even harder with badass ranks, a bajillion side quests, massively improved skill trees, and 6 playable classes. Also, all the DLC levels absolutely slap, some of the best DLC in the business. And lastly, I really like this game's sense of humor. I think it's popular to hate on it these days because Borderlands 3 was just so bad, but replaying it, you can tell the game knows its jokes are stupid and wants you to laugh at it just as much as it wants you to laugh with it. More importantly, it manages some really strong characterization so the emotional beats land. There's a reason people still talk about Handsome Jack, as he completely steals the show. When it comes to the bad, let's go back to that humor, because there's certainly more than a few characters and jokes that feel dated, and if you don't enjoy overtly stupid or asinine humor like, say, Adult Swim shows from the 2000s, you'll probably just find it obnoxious, or dare I say cringe. Additionally, this game has so much walking. You still have to go to a fast travel point to warp anywhere, and there aren't nearly enough, and there's many times it feels like the game is just trying to stretch its length by making big areas to traverse with no vehicles. And lastly, the co-op is a blast, but stuff like loot sharing still not being instance means you'll still be fighting for the best stuff, as well as lots of other quality of life things that probably should have been in this game, or at the very least in the re-release. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And yeah, Borderlands 2 absolutely holds up. While its overly juvenile humor may not land all the time, its story beats are surprisingly poignant. But more importantly, the improvement to loot, character build, shooting, and overall variety is exceptional compared to the first game. If you're looking to get into the franchise, I still maintain Borderlands 2 is the best one to start with. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Did you play Borderlands 2? Based on its sales numbers, odds are pretty high you did. What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comments, but regardless, go out there, and if somehow you missed it, make sure you give Borderlands 2 a play.